Hi, trollers. Let's see. He says, saw you and Dani 7-2 in the video, sharing a bone. Oh my nachos. You know what? Do you? I know what you're gonna do. You know what? We don't think about these things as we're filming. I'm gonna have to tell her now. Naughty, naughty.
Hi, welcome to Vegas High Trollers, where we react, recap, and roast your favorite Las Vegas YouTubers and social media influencers. I'm Mike C, and this is Jeffy.
First up is our favorite koala-cuddling Aussie, Bob Dingo.
You know, I wouldn't cuddle with one of those things. I heard they're riddled with chlamydia.
Yeah, we should warn the koalas.
Anyways, our good mate Bob Dingo finally returned to Vegas to celebrate his birthday, no less.
Bob commemorated his big day by live streaming at the Bacchanal Buffet.
Come on, get me the meat.
So we thought we'd give Bob the gift of our presence in his live stream.
And he was so excited that we were watching that he decided to give us a little gift in return.
Say hi to Vegas High Trollers. Are you on the stream, Vegas High Trollers? Okay, we gotta say hi to you. Let's go back to the mirror. Vegas High Trollers, how you doing?
Man, I sure wish I could return that gift.
Right? I still like the dance he did with those hippies better.
Later in the stream, some people thought Bob was stealing food from the buffet to take home.
But in actuality, in order to save a little money, he hid his mom underneath the table, and he was merely feeding her.
Yeah, if you listen closely, you can actually hear his mom talking about the food.
This is really good.
This stuff below the table.
Oh, look at that. It's lots of little eggs. Kind of looks like a white cake. And here's one of my chinny chin chin.
But then, in the chat, some people started questioning what exactly was going on underneath the table.
Then see what's going on under the table?
The sausage is very good.
Let me tell you, this is Las
Rich and
Vegas.
sweet.
There's a lot of unsavory things that go on the tables. Hey,
See, unusual flavor.
Well, I lost my appetite, Mike.
Yeah, me too.
And speaking of big returns, Pompsie has finally returned to making content for his main channel.
Pompsie, seen here giving you directions to the gun show, was once the biggest, most influential, and innovative YouTuber in Vegas.
Well, that was before he realized he could just film his wife Greta playing slots and get way more views.
Well, I can see why people would rather watch that. But still, we were excited to see after a 6-month hiatus from his main channel what new and exciting things he'd show us.
Maybe a luxurious hotel suite?
Maybe a high-end restaurant?
Or even the newest and coolest Vegas attractions.
Today I will be staying at Circus Circus for the first time in quite a while.
Circus Circus, really? Everyone's done that video, from Say Hi to Matthew to that clown Dan versus World.
Yeah, well, not the best choice for a comeback video, but we were confident that him being a filmmaker, that he would have some of the newest groundbreaking videography and maybe new camera techniques to show us.
Here's the old and overly done way Pompsie used to start his room reviews.
And here's the new and improved 2025 style.
As you can see, his new technique includes looking for the boogeyman.
Indeed it does. Well, Pompsie quickly found some discrepancies with the room in which he decided to tell us about while he was on the toilet.
I noticed that there was hardwood floors instead of carpet, so I had an open mind. Circus Circus seemed a bit more fresh than last time I experienced it. And even when first starting to look at the room, it seemed okay, didn't smell too bad. But the amount of mold that is underneath that faucet in the shower is totally unacceptable. I've never seen more mold in my life. That thing is caked on like it's icing on a...
Honestly, Pompsie doesn't look like the type of guy who bathes every day anyway. So what's the problem?
Yeah, I don't know though. After what he just did to that toilet, I think he might need a bath.
Well, good point, Mike.
Well, he might have been able to overlook the bathtub faucet, but when he opens the desk drawer, he really loses his shit.
Didn't we just hear him do that?
You can't make this stuff up, guys. You just cannot make this stuff up. Okay, I'm inspecting around here. Check this out. Open up this drawer. I know it may be hard to see, but there's a couple curse words written in pen. The word dabs, which is a form of a drug, and some other stuff that I can't really make out. Yeah, not good.
Anyways, after almost being brought to tears from seeing the faucet and graffiti, you'll never guess what this Pompsie decided to do.
Did he decide to call his wife Greta and come take his bitch ass home?
All right, let's get out of here.
Well, he does that later in the video, Mike.
Out of all the hotel videos I've made and all the rooms I've stayed in and paid for, even if they were really bad and gross, I always opted to just change my room. But this time, I'm seeking a refund.
Well, that'll teach him, you tough guy.
Okay, so I was able to get a full refund. It was a nice surprise. I showed her the pictures. They tried to push me to get another room, but I was like, no, I want a refund. And it worked, so maybe you can make that happen too if you have, take some pictures of something really, truly disgusting in your room.
That's actually a pretty good idea about taking photos of disgusting things in your room.
Yeah, they thought those photos were disgusting. They should see some of the ones that I have from Circus Circus.
You know, we probably shouldn't bag on Pompsie so much, since Greta already has to when they have sex.
Yeah, that would be tough to look at. No wonder people watch his slot channel more.
In other Pompsie-related news, there's been reports of what people are calling a TIUW Pompsie hanging out on Fremont Street.
And we've got exclusive footage of his doppelganger.
Not only do they look alike, but they even have similar names.
Yeah, Pompsie's TIUW twin goes by the name Pepsi. You know, Pompsie's not the only 702 YouTuber to have a look-alike. Damn, he's beautiful.
Hey, speaking of Dani 702, or as we call her, Vanilla Geli, recently teamed up with her counterpart, NormaGeli, at the grand opening of a new restaurant in the Arts District.
Norma was surprised and excited when Dani offered her a bone.
They grabbed us one.
In this clip, Norma sucks out all the gelatinous goodness from the bone, while Dani accidentally drops hers on the ground. Dani claims she's tasted the bone filling before, and this is what she thought of it.
I didn't mind the taste. The taste was good, but the consistency was a little odd there. Not something that I'm used to.
So she's a spitter.
And you know, that's why NormaGeli has 4 times the amount of subscribers as Dani 702 does.
Hey, our good friends at Show Me Vegas, Ashton and
Dani.
No,
Donnie?
no, I think it starts with a J.
Jonathan. Joey?
No,
Oh, Jordan.
yeah, that's it. All right, so Show Me Vegas recently celebrated hitting 40,000 subscribers with a live stream.
Yeah, they went all out with high-definition 4K camera.
And a custom backdrop designed just for this special occasion.
Yeah, in this clip, a viewer in the chat even mentions us.
Which apparently is never open.
Paul says, did you see you guys were mentioned in Vegas High Trollers? Was that from like a couple videos ago?
The initial one, the first one ever.
Yeah. And we've met these guys before. We've actually had a drink with them. They're all fun. They're all fun. They're just doing it all. It's all fun and games. We loved it. In fact, I'm surprised he's not on here tonight. Where are you at, guys?
Oh yeah, Mike C.
Yeah, he usually pops in.
See, Mike, I bet you feel bad now that he remembered your name and you didn't remember his.
No, I don't.
He'll probably make fun of us later for having connection issues and then having this background with the same picture 6 times behind us.
There you go. Vegas high trollers.
You know what the deal is with this is when you buy these frames, they give you a picture with it. So why would you even need to buy a picture? You already have one. It came with the frame.
Okay, first off, we wouldn't make fun of you guys on your big night. And secondly, I'm pretty sure those are not the photos those frames came with.
Yeah, who would buy those?
It was just then when Jeff saw the VHT signal in the sky and was alerted to us being talked about.
That's right. When I saw that, I jumped into the live stream.
Interesting questions you might have. Oh, Jeff, that's one of the Vegas High Trollers. He's in here somewhere.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
We were just talking about you guys. We're like, you guys can use this
in the nicest way possible.
Absolutely. We were saying that you guys can use this really great background that has 6 photos with this, well, the same photo.
They don't need any inspiration.
They don't need any inspiration.
Well, you did inspire us, but not to make fun of your video, but to actually help fix it.
So our genius editor helped clean up and make the video a little more interesting and pleasing to the eye.
And how he did that, Jeff, was by cropping out the unnecessary and unimportant parts of the frame, enhance the background and the audio.
Paul says, did you see you guys were mentioned in Vegas High Trollers? Was that from like a couple videos ago? Yeah. And like we've met these guys before. We've actually had a drink with them. They're all fun. They're all fun. They're just doing it all. It's all fun and games. We loved it.
Kudos to our editor for doing a great job on that video. I could watch that thing all night long.
I'm sure you probably already did, Jeff. But anyways, congratulations to Ashton and Gordon on hitting 40,000 subscribers.
It's Jordan, Mike.
Whatever. Now it's time for everyone's favorite segment.
Trolling for dollars.
Recently, we caught up with Turn It Up World on their live stream.
Yeah, when we joined them, we saw comments in the chat about something happening if they were to get 100 new subs.
So we inquired.
For that.
The Vegas High Troller says,
thank you so much, Vegas High Troller, for the $2 special.
So what is Tiny going to do if you get 100 new subs?
Well, you got, it's only happening if you can do it the next. I'm going to extend that 10 minutes. I'll give it 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, we got 10 minutes.
I'll give it 10 minutes. We're getting there. I gave it 30 minutes, but I'll give it 10 more minutes. I'm going to twerk.
Tiny's like, I'm twerking.
And if you get...
And then we responded.
So much for that. All right, Vegas High Trollers. I love that. With the $5 Grogu special. Boom! We put that up there. What does it say, Dave?
How much would we have to super chat, you guys, for her not to twerk?
Well, show me what you got, and then maybe we could pull it back.
Unfortunately, we couldn't negotiate a deal to save the viewers or Vegas from Tanya's threat.
Later, as Tanya was playing a slot machine, they hit their goal of 100 new subscribers.
Tanya then made good on her promise, and this was the results. Thankfully, nobody was injured in Vegas's first twerkquake.
And speaking of shaking things up, Mike, we recently hit 1,000 subscribers on our channel.
Indeed we did, Jeff. So thank you to all the supporters and haters for making this happen. So keep on watching.
And we'll keep on trolling.
You've been trolled. Have a nice day.